What's up guys, my name is JDCook5 and welcome back to another episode of the Napoli career mode, and we have got a few big games away, but the first one will be a simulation against Bologna. 2-1 win with Locatelli and Bar getting on the score sheet. Seems to be a tight game and we seem to be kind of struggling against some teams. Hopefully we do better though against Empoli at home. Match day 11, the games are coming thick and fast. This is a really important one. I think Empoli have been doing really well in the league so far also, so I feel this might be a little bit of a test. Don't think it'll be something that we're able to do so easy, and hopefully our defensive kind of issues get a little bit better also. In goal, Moret with Pubil, Bassi, Hanko and Cucurella as your back four. Emre Can with Locatelli and Uriarte just in front, with Sotil, Gravazziella and Jonathan David in the front row. This is going to be a decent side for us and a bit of a rotation also, an unlikely few starts, but yeah, let's see what happens. In all honesty, we need to make the changes to fulfill different fitness and kind of contract terms also. We get the game off really well as we switch to play straight away and we try and push the ball forward. As you can see, Uriarte and Bassi's on the ball now as we try and find an inroad with a lot of players set already in the position. Cucurella's on the ball now as he finds Gravazziella. He finds Locatelli, who makes a 1-2 initially, but the David is actually found. David takes a shot and David scores. Brilliant start in this game. 2 minutes gone and we have already found the back of the net. Straight off kick-off, in all honesty, a really good start. A few kind of flurry of passes and that kind of found an inroad. Jonathan David was left unmarked and Jonathan David scored. Really well taken, and a first shot, first goal. The pass was really good and it was kind of put the defenders unaware, in all honesty, and that was really nice to see. 9 minutes gone and Empoli try to get a goal here. As you can see, Moret covers his near post. A save that I would expect him to make, but nevertheless he did actually make it. Has to make himself big in a situation where it was curling, but if he did leave it, it would have gone out for a goal kick. 16 minutes gone now. As you can see, Empoli on the ball once again as they're trying to do really well in this second bit where they've actually conceded. You can see they make a decent attack. We get the ball initially, we lose it in a dangerous spot, and luckily for us, Moret gets a decent save there. He just gets a hand to it and that makes it enough to go out for a corner kick. 23 minutes gone now as we get a throw in and we make a 1-2, and as you can see, we've got Mark Pubil on the right hand side. He's got options. He's got Jonathan David there. He passes to Locatelli and Locatelli passes it into the back of the net. Really good goal. Nice team goal also, where the shift of play moved really low to high, and it was really nice to see Locatelli getting on the score sheet. A really kind of different game this has been, and Empoli have actually been really good since we actually got the first goal, but we've seen to maintain the kind of defensive awareness, and luckily for ourselves we are now 2-0 up. Nice to see Mark Pubil getting involved in the scores as well, because in all honesty he has been very poor at the moment. 29 minutes gone and they get a corner here as Moret makes another save, and he's actually doing really well this game, hoping to get a clean sheet for once as he passes the ball out to Cucurella and we pass on. A goal kick in the 36th minute and we're trying to push the ball back to forward. As you can see, Sotil's on the ball now. He's got options. Two there in the box, sorry. Tried to whip it in initially with a clearance from Nathan Ake. Only clears as far as Uriarte and he shoots, and that is a sublime goal from Uriarte. It curls into the top corner. It just pretty much loops over and it has a swerve on it to test the keeper, and the keeper has absolutely no chance of saving that. A really good goal and definitely contender of goal of the season. It comes out to him and all he's got in his head is to shoot. He takes a touch initially with his right foot and it bounces just in a nice position for him, and he kind of diagonal to the top corner and he finds it so well. As you can see, where he hits it, it just swerves. The keeper's very far out of his line, don't get me wrong, but it is a very good goal, and that puts us in the driving seat. 3-0 up then before the end of the first half of Empoli try and go on the attack. They looked really good and I feel like it was really unfortunate for where they couldn't score at times, because they did have a lot of chances. Maybe another day it would actually have gone in, but it just wasn't seeming to be in this chance. 42 minutes, as you can see, they're on the attack. They've got a chance here as they're trying to take a shot. They do one defender, but once again Moret comes out and he's really quick off his line and he makes himself nice and big and he gets the ball away. 45 minutes now and we're literally near to the end of the first half as we've got the last attack pretty much, +2 on the stoppage time as Uriarte is found by the nice pass of Sotil. Jonathan's David there, he takes a touch, he shoots, and it is literally every shot turns to goals because it is 4-0. Jonathan David's second of the game. Very good goal from the Canadian as he goes on and celebrates with his home fans. Really good ball in as he just takes that touch, he completely turns Nathan Ake. Second half then, after a dominant first half, Empoli are going to try and change their luck as they try and move forward there. They've got men forward and a few decent passes, and as you can see, we're quite split open with only 2 back at the moment as we try and put men back. Vazzini's on the ball now as he tries to find an inroad. He turns Panko as they try and get a shot off. We block it initially, we do lose it again, we lose it really dangerously, and unfortunately for us, they do actually put one in the back of the net. A completely gifted goal and not one that was really deserved. Yes, they had chances, but when you kind of gift goals like that, it's really unfortunate, and it's just one of those that you just have to swallow. After their first goal, Empoli looked really good in all honesty, trying to get some more attacking plays going as they're really dangerous in the box. As you can see, they get a shot off there with Moret making himself really big. He stretches out for that one, parrying it out for a corner kick. Corner kick then in the 55th minute. Ake is going to take it, an unlikely corner taker as he whips the ball in. We do clear it and we do really well to find Jonathan David. He takes a touch, he can't do anything. Empoli pick the ball up once again and they've got some men forward, but Hanko is getting involved this time round as he passes it over to Cucurella, and now the counter-attack is there. Cucurella's got the pace as he runs down the wing, He's got options there, Locatelli being one. Locatelli chips it over to Jonathan David, and Jonathan David finds the back of the net as he hits it into the floor, and the bounce is really unlikely for the goalkeeper to go anywhere near it, and he makes it the 5th goal of this game. Really good bit of play. The counter-attack was absolutely perfect. Cucurella finding Locatelli in a dangerous position, and Locatelli doesn't have to think twice. He knows where Jonathan David is. He seeks him out with a lovely pass and he volleys it into the ground, and as I say, the bounce really was an unlikely one for the keeper to grab, and that was the end of that. Jonathan David collects his match balls. It's 3 attempts, 3 goals. Really good performance from Jonathan David, and this is something that we are really liking to see at the moment, and a striker that we can rely on. Really good game. As I say, Empoli had chances, they just couldn't take them. They looked dangerous at points, but it wasn't to be, and we walk away with all 3 points. Champions League now, and it is a smaller game in the Champions League, but still, nevertheless, but it's still an important one. Celtic in the Champions League then, as we field a weaker side. Jack Butland getting his debut, an unlikely figure in the starting lineup, but I felt like it was a nice chance to give him his debut and see what he could do. With this formation and different lineup then, as you see, Jack Butland in goal, Alexander Bar, Nuri, Ikatura is the centre-back as we pan to the full 11, as you can see any minute now. Riyad joins in centre-back, an unlikely start for him, also with Garrett, Pinto and Van der Beek. Sally on the left and Traore on the right with Andreas Martin at front. I say a weak lineup, don't get me wrong, but we can try and do something with this and hopefully prove the doubters wrong as we field an unlikely starting lineup. 2 minutes gone now and Martin is on the ball as he tries to drive forward. Adama Traore strays offside initially. He gets back on side receiving the ball and he tries to find Sally, but it's not to be. Celtic on the attack now as Josh Myers on the ball now with Johnston whipping it over to Costa. Costa can't be found as Barr intercepts and he takes his time. He's got options there. He turns him. He makes a wrong pass though and Van der Beek isn't fine, and they're in an interesting position, and unfortunately for us, Jack Butland is not having the best of starts because Josh Myers has just put Celtic 1-0. An unlikely scorer realistically in terms of Celtic as a team. Not Josh Myers though, I'm not doubting his talent. It was really unlikely to happen to even see us go 1-0 down, but it wasn't to be as Josh Myers has another chance. Jack Butland once again having to get involved in there. A good save initially there as he puts it out for a corner kick, and we are really not looking the part as we try and drive forward on this corner. We're moving the counter attack as we've only got 2 forward. They've got men back though as we're going to try and drive forward and we can see what we can do. Whether we're going to chop it in or we're actually going to wait for people as he tries to turn. He finds Van der Beek. Van der Beek shoots and he can only finesse it as far as the keeper, and the keeper puts it out for a corner kick. 30 minutes gone as you can see late into the first half, and we're really not doing well whatsoever. We can't get any play together. Jonathan Barr intercepts a Josh Marger attack as we find Traore. Traore's got options. He's going to whip it in and Martin's there. Sally's there also. He goes to head it, but he can only head it as far as the keeper, and the keeper gets enough to it with the Celtic defence clearing. It's found that they clear it out and Pinto takes a shot, and that was a really close one. Just the kind of one to see if anything can kind of start up our game because nothing was happening. A long range shot wasn't to be either as Andreas Martin clears a free kick. Time to see if we can nick one at the end of the first half as Andreas Martin is driving forward. He's got men forward also. Adama Traore is in a really good position. He's unmarked. He crosses it into Traore. Traore takes the shot and that's just got to be gone. That's got to be in the back of the net. Really poor performance from Adama Traore and the whole side and all this is. We try and kind of get something going in the second half. 52 minutes gone as Garrett finds Traore, and Traore's got space. He hasn't got many men forward as he drives in. He can square it to Martin. Martin's there and Martin only has to tap it into the back of the net to equal equalise in this second half. A really poor performances from a lot of the team, but luckily we get one chance and we take it as Andreas Martin is found unmarked, and all he has to do is tap it into the back of the net to equalise, and hopefully now we can build on this. Straight after the restart, Celtic are going to get things going as Cossa's on the ball now. He's trying to find options, one of them being Harte. Harte makes a chance where he finds a decent player in Josh Meisjer. Josh Meisjer can't get to the ball as we clear it and we try and drive forward ourselves, but we can't get the passes going. Johnston finds his Celtic teammate as he passes it back to him, and he finds Josh Meisjer. He's onside, and unfortunately for us, Josh Meisjer makes it 2 for Celtic and 2 for himself as he wheels away in celebration in Naples. Really bad events as Josh Meisjer is definitely showing us how it's done, and we need to make some substitutions now with Gaetano coming on for a really poor performance in Van der Beek. Manswerks replaces Garrett, which was really underwhelming also, and we will put on Marcus West on the left mid position. 61 minutes gone and Johnson's on the ball now, and Celtic definitely look the better team this whole game, and all it is they try and make it free. Johnson's on the ball now as he's got Josh Meisjer there, the 2-goal scorer. He could make it a hat-trick if he could. McKennie on the ball now as they're making the passes really work, and they're finding some decent passes, and Josh Meisjer once again, and I'm fed up of saying his name, he makes it 3 for Celtic and 3 for himself as he wheels away, and another load of celebrations happen for Celtic, and this is really turning embarrassing as we try and do anything we possibly can and hopefully get anything back in this game. 67 minutes gone and Gaetano's on the ball. The substitution completely turns the defender inside out. He's in on goal, and that is a goal. 2 down, 1 to go, and that is a really good goal from Gaetano. Really well done to take the defenders out, and he pretty much does it on his own. He's got the skill, he's got the pace, and he's also got the fitness, being fresh coming off the bench. As you see, 70 minutes gone and Martin's on the ball now as Traore finds him. That is certainly a penalty, surely. That is definitely a penalty. Why that's not been given, who knows, as Celtic try and push on now. 75 minutes gone. We're going back and forth in this game, and Celtic could really put an end to this, or we could get back into it. Gaetano on the ball now as we try and find Martin, and Martin is found absolutely perfect. He's away from the defender. All he's got to do is score, and that is a brilliant goal across goal, and Martin finds the back of the net to make it 3-3. We've come back from the 2-goal deficit. 15 minutes gone. Can we change our luck and maybe walk away with all 3 points in this Champions League group stage fixture? This has been a brilliant second half and a brilliant game for an entertaining purposes, but performance wise this has been really poor. Nevertheless though, that is a good goal from Andreas Martin. We really can count on him when it matters. He takes the ball round really nice, and it kind of makes it a dead ball as he puts it to his foot. He puts it on his left foot and he just literally hits it top bins, and that is really done from the international. 80 minutes gone now, and as you can see, O'Reilly's on the ball. They get a corner and they whip it out to Johnston. Zagadou's on the ball as he finds McKennie. He's got options, he can drive there, he turns inside, he hits it and he finds the back of the net, and I just can't believe it. We've gone from the 2-goal deficit, we've got to 4-3, and we waste it. And why? Just why? We're going to try and do anything we possibly can though, because 5 minutes gone, as you can see, they're in again. Al Nouri gets the ball, and a really good defensive performance from him. It's an unlikely one nevertheless, but yeah, we will take it. We will take it. 86 minutes gone, and as you can see, Martin is in. All he's got to do is score, and thank God he does. This has been such a frustrating performance. We're going to celebrate it, don't get me wrong. We take away the point. We're not going to lose this time round, but this feels like a loss, and it just feels like we shouldn't be in this sort of position. But we have been. At the end of the day, we have made a lot of changes, and we probably underestimated them because Josh Meisjer has completely ripped us a new one. But we get away with the point. That's what all that matters, and we can kind of hopefully push on and forget about this fixture more than anything, and at least we don't have to remember it as a loss. As you see, we do get some chances near to the end, and I feel like it was going to be us, and I feel like we were going to take the 3. As you can see, Pinto found West. West had the ball, as you can see, they're trying to pass it around the box. Pinto was in, and it just wasn't to be, and I felt like if that wasn't going to go in, nothing was. Andreas Martin being the stand-up performer. There was some decent other performances. We did obviously have some poor players in the team nevertheless, but yeah, Andreas Martin did sum up the performance in a decent manner with getting 3 goals from 3. We're going to have to play much better if we want to try and do our chances against Roma. In goal we have Mere in the back 4, we have Bar, Hanko, Diallo and Cucurella. Just in front we have Emre Can, Urigarte and Andrea Locatelli. With Pubil on the right, I did actually mess up, it's going to work for me I hope though, with Kvaratskhelia as your left mid with Jonathan David just in front. As I say, I didn't mean to put Pubil on the right hand side for whatever reason he was, but we're going to have to stick with it and hopefully it works out for us. There's 14 minutes gone, David Hanko intercepts the ball really well, and Mark Pubil makes a decent pass to Jonathan David. We've got men forward, Bar overlapping Pubil and he finds Urigarte. Bar is forward. He is an option as Uriarte squares it to Bar, and what a goal that is from the right back. He pushes himself forward and he makes it count in a really good fashion, slots the ball into the net. Looks like he's been scoring 20 a season with that sort of style of finish. Literally the way he just side foots it into the back of the net, a really good attacking play, and we find ourselves 1-0 up in this game. As you say, with the replay, a really good pass, and Uriarte picks him out perfectly. There was a few defenders marking him also, and it was hard to pinpoint it to his side foot, but he does really well, and he puts it into the bottom corner with the keeper having absolutely no chance of getting to that whatsoever. We move on in the game then as Roma get restarted in the 17th minute, and they're trying to get anything going they possibly can. A poor start from the Italian side as they try and push on, but they lose the ball. Locatelli picked it up. Mark Pubil is driving forward then as he finds Jonathan David. It could make it 2, but the keeper makes a really good save and keeps their team in this side as they put it out for a corner kick. Jonathan David tries to get to it, and when he does, and that is a brilliant corner and a brilliant header. I was thinking the keeper was going to save it, in all honesty. A brilliant celebration from Jonathan David, and you cannot stop this man from scoring. That is to say, he is definitely proving to be such a decent striker in this side, and he is definitely proving to be someone that we can count on. Kvaratskhelia finds him really well though, and he just jumps in front of everyone else, and the keeper has absolutely no chance of getting to that whatsoever. A really good game for us then so far, as first 6 minutes gone and Reyna's on the ball. Then the ex-Borussia Dortmund man finds Dybala. Dybala finds Navarro, and they've got a chance here, but Moret puts it out for a corner kick, and Roma can't get anything going whatsoever. Second half then, and we get a corner ourselves. We get to it really well. They block it. Uriarte on the ball now. He hits it, and what a goal this is from this man. He is proving to be absolutely brilliant in front of goal and from long range also. Another goal from Uriarte, and he definitely puts it in fashion as we are now 3-0 up in this tie. We are absolutely ripping Roma a new one as we try and prove to be the better team in this Serie A. Roma on the attack now as they try and get anything going. If it's going to be a consolation goal at the moment though, as they're going to try and prove it with Cisse. Cisse does find the back of the net to make it 3-1, and then it's a 1 goal at least, and they've got to get 2 now. I don't think it's going to happen because we definitely look the better team. It was a kind of where we got caught napping, but it wasn't to be where we try and defend this one. It wouldn't matter so much though, because we have gotten a lead, and as you can see from that corner, we are literally pushing. We are trying to get that 4th goal as Hanko takes a shot from range. The ball keeps on falling out to men in blue then as we try and push on, and we're losing the ball and retrieving it, but retrieving it in the better position as Uriarte is in and he scores. Deadly in front of goal this man is, and he is definitely proving to be such a finisher. He hasn't got any real shooting technique whatsoever, but he's definitely proving that was wrong, and he gets another goal in this game. He was really persistent trying to get the ball in. It was really hard where they had men kind of back, and it was trying to find the pockets of space to get in and get the goal. 66 minutes gone and we get another corner. We're really doing some good decent corners, and we hit the bar from that one. We're trying to hit it in, and as you can see, it just wasn't falling to the feet whatsoever. Trying to get even an increase in this lead as we try and push forward now. Gaetano's on the ball as he crosses it in. It gets kicked out initially. Dybala picks the ball up when it falls out to Calvin Phillips, a substitute. Bar on the ball now as he pushes it over to Uriarte. 1-2 with Bar. Bar finds Kilstory, the actual third striker we've actually got, but that doesn't matter because for once he is going to get on the score sheet. Very limited game time for the Turkish striker, but he is going to relish this opportunity and get the 5th for Napoli, and this has been a brilliant performance all round from the players. A definite step up from where we played Celtic. I know it's a different team, I know we've made changes, but we have to prove these things wrong, and we have to kind of score goals and push on in the Serie A because we need to be winning this league. I really want to go out with a bang because it will be the last career mode before ESC 24. I'm definitely looking forward to that. That is to say, all focus on this game though, as Roma trying to get another goal. They're only going to make it for a 3-goal deficit if they are going to actually get a goal. Cisse kind of proving the actual one of the better performers for Roma. He looks to be the one shining in this team as he gets 2 goals for Roma. It's only 5-2 though, nothing to worry about in all honesty, a real kind of consolation. And Cisse was really good. He definitely wasn't fazed by the scoreline whatsoever as he tries to push forward. Ruiz on the ball now as they actually look really dangerous, and if they kind of did this earlier on, we might have had more of a game on our hands. Ruiz finds Cisse once again, and Cisse unfortunately does get initially taken out by Hanko. It does look a bit soft, it really does. They're going to get the penalty for it. I'm not too sure in all honesty if that was a penalty, a bit of a softer one. They are going to get it though with Dybala looking to try and make it free. They put it into the right hand corner, and this is a little bit worrying in all honesty because our defence doesn't seem to be the best. We do get the win, a 5-3 win, but as you can see, a 3-3 simulation against Asulia, and it's just Seems really, really odd how it's working out. We are winning games, but we're conceding too much also, so maybe something we need to fix in January. Looking at the table now, we've played 13, won 11, and we've drawn 2. 35 points, we're 6 clear of AC Milan, but AC Milan have got a game in hand, so that's something to bear in mind. As I say, with the defensive woes, really needs to be something that we need to look forward and kind of look at. We have played some decent games, but we feel like we've been lacking in some areas also. So I hope you guys enjoyed the episode. Please like and subscribe for more content just like this one, and don't forget to hit the notification button so you never miss a video. Cheers.